everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make chicken biryani part 2. I already did part 1. If you haven't watched that already, please do so. Go to my channel and do chicken biryani part 1. It is in Amharic. This one is going to be an English version. To explain to my Amharic speakers, here we go. አማርኛ ተናጋሪዎች ክፍል 1 ኦሬዲ ያለኝ ማየት ትችላላችሁ የቺክን ብሪያኒ አሰራርን። ይሄኛው ዴኮሬሽኑ ላይ ብቻ ነው የሚለየው። እንደነገርኳችሁ እዛ ቪዲዮ ላይ መመልከት ለምትፈልጉ ፋስት ፎርወርድ አድርጋችሁ ወደ መጨረሻ አካባቢ ያለው ኤሪያ መመልከት ትችላላችሁ። ከዛ ደግሞ ያው ደጋግማችሁ ስለ ማማልማዝ ክፍል 2 ጆኮች የጠየቃችሁኝ ከቻልኩኝ እዛ ላይ እንትን መጨረሻው ላይ ፖስት አደርገዋለሁ። እንግዲህ ወደ እንግሊዘኛው እንሂድና here what we have is about 6 to 8 chicken legs and drums, and I have turmeric powder, hot chili powder, I have garlic and ginger paste, yogurt and coriander and cumin powder. Here is the turmeric. I used about 1 tablespoon. You may want to use less depending on how much you want your color to be on there. And the hot chili pepper, I used about 1 tablespoon, even more. I like it hot and spicy, but depending on how much you want it, just do half a spoon maybe. I mean half a tablespoon. Here is the ginger paste. So to make it easier, I have a slide here to show you exactly what we have. I made a little slide, but most of it is in Ethiopian language, which is on the top. We have coriander. You want to use half a tablespoon for both the rice and the marination. And here I have cumin, that also half a teaspoon or tablespoon depending how much you're going to use. Turmeric, salt, red pepper, and onions. Let me go back to the left. I have oil, garlic and ginger paste. I have yogurt. I used 1 cup. Some use half a cup, but I used 1 cup. So I have mint leaves and chopped coriander leaves. I didn't put the coriander leaf there, but and then on the bottom I have chicken drums, very well washed. I have half a lemon juice. I have 1 onion sliced, and here on the right side I have rice. Basmati rice is what you want to use, and I have the cloves, 2 of them, 2 pieces, and I have cardamom also 2 pieces, and I'm missing a picture of the cinnamon stick. You want to use that to boil the rice. When we do it, I'm going to show you while we are in the process. And then also I missed the fenugreek powder, which is really something you want to use also for the taste of it. It's a half a teaspoon also. So we're gonna, basically chicken biryani has 3 steps. The first is to marinate the chicken with yogurt and other spices. The second step is boiling the rice with the other spices, 3 of them that I have here on the right bottom, with cinnamon, cloves, and the cardamom. The third step is to combine everything and layer it as if like you're decorating a cake and cook it. So we are gonna go do all 3 steps. Maybe the 4th one, mine one is frying the onion. So here is where we are gonna cut the chicken if you like, but I'm gonna use the whole. We're gonna wash it very well. I'm sure I don't have to show you this part. It's gonna be very brief. At least I'm gonna show you the Ethiopian style of washing the chicken, because we wash it very, very well. We take it very seriously. Washing a chicken is a big step in making a chicken dish. Even though chicken biryani is not our dish, we squeeze lemon in it, salt, and we soak it. We try not to soak it outside for too long, for contamination and bacteria stuff and spoiling the food, but we leave it out just like, to wash it. Chicken biryani is basically a Indian dish, but then Pakistan, Bangladesh, and also all Southeast Asia actually. Actually, I mean South Asia, Iran, Iraq, Malaysia, and all the parts of, it says Iraq, Kuwait and Bahrain, all just Malaysia, have chicken biryani. So everybody cooks it differently. We're going to cook in one style, one way. Here we go. We have yogurt, and we're going to put 1 tablespoon of red chili pepper. You want to use half because I'm just using a little bit extra. It depends on how much you want. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste, and salt is going to be about half a tablespoon. The spices I'm putting, turmeric is like less than half of tablespoon that I just used. I had half on the tablespoon, and then I have coriander, cumin, and fenugreek all together. The lemon juice and the oil. Gonna mix it together. This is to marinate the chicken. And we're gonna keep it refrigerated and just marinate it, minimum 2 hours, but then 24 hours is really something that, recommended. I put green pepper chopped, but you can skip this if you don't like, this green pepper, but it's because it's not going to make a big difference. And I have the coriander and the mint chopped leaves to marinate it. Some recommend 24 hours. I like 4 hours maybe. If you are in a rush, you can do minimum 2 hours, because I think the reason I really don't like it 24 hours is just the chicken, becomes like too spicy to me. So anyway, I'm frying the onions here, and then I'm gonna boil the water to put the rice to boil the water. So here is the 2 cloves, 2 cardamom, salt, cinnamon. I'm cooking 2 different dishes, pots, so I'm gonna take you between the 2 for a second and a minute, but I'm gonna focus on one. So then we're gonna soak the rice here for an hour minimum. I think some soak it for 2 hours only if you're gonna straight, take it to be cooked. Meaning if you're not gonna boil it for 10 minutes, because after I soak it like this, I'm gonna boil it for 10 minutes. You have 2 options of draining it. Since I'm making 2 pots, it's easier for me to show you. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna soak it with a big drainer like this. I'm gonna drain it with a drainer like this all at once and put it, and then, or you can scoop it like this. Let me make sure I showed you what I put when I put the other pot to make it easier for you to remember. Here I have cinnamon sticks, 2 cardamom, 2 cloves, and bay leaf. This is how you boil the rice. I felt like I kind of skipped a little bit too fast on it. And then I have the cumin, cardamom, and fenugreek, and salt. Make sure not to put too much of the spices. And now I'm gonna put the rice and boil it for 10 minutes. I'm gonna give it a good stir. I think, as you may see, I used 3 cardamom instead. And here I have the coloring with food items instead of using a food color. I don't like food colors. Now it's been 10 minutes, and I'm gonna layer it. And you're gonna put spices here. I have 2 different kinds, so the first one is much better, so I'm gonna stick with the other half, because what I used on the second one is Ethiopian chicken sauce. On the first one, like I showed you, the marinated chicken, I'm gonna bring it out, cook it for 30 minutes, and I might have confused you here. So let me stick with this other half. I'm putting tomatoes on the chicken. I've been cooking it for 30 minutes, like I said. Some of you might want to cook it for a little bit less time, but I cooked it for 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes might be enough depending on what heat. I used medium. And I'm putting tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, 2 chopped tomatoes. I don't like the canned tomatoes. I'm not sure if you have a choice of that or not, but I'm using chopped tomatoes too, and stir it well. And chicken is like almost cooked. I just wanted to make sure it is cooked before I put the rice, even though it's gonna cook for another step again after you put the rice in. Here I have the coloring items, which is I use turmeric and hot chili pepper, and the onions, the fried onions that you sliced and fried it. It is for that purpose. Here I drained the water a little bit just to make sure it doesn't sit and cook while I have other stuff being done, because I've done that before and the rice was cooking while I was trying to make other stuff on the side. So make sure you do not, overcook it, or it's not really dry. So even though I'm draining it, there's a little bit moist going on there from the bottom, from the chicken part. Actually, it's not a bad thing, because once you start steaming it together, you do not want it to be too dry or too soft, meaning like you don't want it to be like a porridge. So here you have to layer it and put the decoration as you like. For me, I do 2 different ones. The first one is a little bit more decoration. The second one, I put less. I love both. Indian outfits and food is always decorative and very colorful. So here we put the hot chili pepper. Here, if you like it less, you want to just make a drip of all the spices, a little less than what I'm doing, and it should look, beautiful also, because it's very attractive. I find chicken biryani not only tasty but very attractive. And here I'm just gonna layer more rice until to top it. It's like making lasagna, or maybe decorating a cake with something in the middle, the Oreo. This looks like you are decorating a cake. Now it's been cooking for 30 minutes. You might want to do 45 minutes depending on the time, on the heat. It's been tight. You have to just put it airtight. I know they put a dough on the circle side, but I didn't. But it came out to be perfectly beautiful. And it smells, the aroma is unreal. And if you just open the chicken part, it just browned perfectly in a nice way, and I could tell it's going to be really tasty. Before you take it out, if you're not sure if it's cooked, you just want to take one rice out and see how the texture or the if it's ready or not. You can taste it. But it came out so beautiful. It's going to be served soon. If you haven't seen the first part, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is the last part. I put less on the middle section. The top, I already did the same way. So let's go to the second part. For those of you who want to stick around and see the second chicken biryani I made. I hate long videos, especially when I'm trying to make something. So I try to make it as short as I can, but if you want to fast forward, you may want to do so. But here is when it's served. And it looks and tastes fantastic because I already had a bite. Okay, this is the second part. I'm making pretty much, I layered the rice at the bottom. First one, if you notice, I haven't layered any much, but here I layered some rice at the bottom and I put the sauce in the middle. So it's going to be 2 layers. And then I again put more sauce in the middle. This is Ethiopian chicken dorowat, believe it or not. So it might be, the only thing it might be missing is the yogurt, which I can mix and put it in, but I put dorowat in the middle, but then less decoration. Is pretty much the same taste to it, not much difference. So the very first one I made is a typical chicken biryani. Might be slightly different with what some others make, depending from what region or what everybody has their own recipe. Here I'm layering the onions. This is where the onions go when you layer it. And you may want to put the leaves here too in the middle. And if you want to put less on the decoration here, I think it's much better. From what I noticed, I just wanted to use all my sauce, but when you put less, it really makes it look very nice. But then some like it more on the sauce than the white rice showing, so it depends on what you like. Here you're gonna put the bay and the mint leaves, layer them together on top, and put more rice on top of it. And from what I've seen, the chicken biryani originated countries make it. I think Indians especially, I saw they put the dough on the circle. We do that when we make bread to just keep the steam from leaving, so we seal it, and I haven't done that, but it still came out perfect, almost perfect. Maybe there's no well, I don't know. Is there no perfect food? There could be. Maybe there's no perfect human, but I'm thinking. Okay, so now I am almost done decorating or layering the rice. Here is where you would take the second step, but here we go. The rice is ready and ready to be served. And thank you for watching. And like I said, you take about 30 to 45 minutes cooking this, but then you can check it in between to see. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like our channel, our videos if you like this video. And thank you very much. Have a good day.